Have you ever wondered if humanity could make its home on the moon? This celestial body, our closest neighbor in the vast expanse of space, has captivated our collective curiosity for millennia. From ancient astronomers charting its phases to poets finding inspiration in its ethereal glow, the moon has always held a special place in the human consciousness. Then in the 20th century, our fascination took on a new dimension. The Apollo missions of the 1960s and 70s, monumental achievements of human ingenuity and determination, ignited a dream that continues to smolder in our hearts, the dream of lunar colonization. This is not merely a dream of conquest, but a vision of coexistence, of humanity extending its reach beyond the confines of our blue planet and establishing a foothold in the wider universe. Yet, as tantalizing as this vision is, we must not overlook the reality. The path to lunar colonization, however, is fraught with both practical and psychological challenges. Before we can dream of living on the moon, we must first understand how different it is from our home planet. Let's start with the lunar day and night cycles. Unlike Earth's 24-hour day, a single lunar day lasts a whopping 28 Earth days. That's 2 weeks of sunlight followed by 2 weeks of darkness. Imagine how that could affect our sleep cycles. Next, consider the gravity, or rather the lack of it. The moon's gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's. This could lead to health issues like muscle and bone loss over time. And let's not forget about radiation exposure. With no atmosphere to shield us, the moon's surface is bombarded with cosmic rays. This could increase the risk of cancer and other diseases. Finally, there's the issue of creating sustainable habitats. With limited resources and extreme temperatures, building and maintaining a lunar colony would be no easy task. Clearly, the moon is a far harsher environment than Earth, which raises the question, how can we overcome these challenges? Opening, how do we overcome the practical challenges of lunar living? Living on the moon is no cakewalk. The lunar environment is hostile and unforgiving, presenting numerous practical challenges. One of the first hurdles is adapting to the lunar day and night cycle. Unlike the 24-hour cycle we are accustomed to on Earth, a lunar day lasts about 29 Earth days. This drastic shift could potentially disrupt our sleep patterns and biological rhythms. However, we could potentially use artificial light to simulate Earth's day and night cycle, helping our bodies adjust to this new rhythm. Next, we face the challenge of reduced gravity. The moon's gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's, which could lead to muscle atrophy and bone loss over time. But with regular exercise and possibly specially designed suits to simulate Earth-like gravity, we could mitigate these effects. Radiation exposure is another significant concern. With a much thinner atmosphere than Earth and no magnetic field, the moon offers little protection from space radiation. But by using materials like regolith, a type of lunar soil, to build our habitats, we could shield ourselves from harmful radiation. Building sustainable habitats is the final practical challenge. We need to construct habitats that can withstand the harsh lunar conditions, provide life-sustaining resources, and recycle waste efficiently. The use of in situ resource utilization, or using the moon's own resources, could make this a reality. Closing. While we have the technology and ideas to potentially overcome these practical challenges, the psychological hurdles may be even more daunting. How do we prepare ourselves mentally for life on the moon? A question that is just as important as the practicalities of lunar living. The psychological challenges of establishing a human colony on the moon are manifold and complex. Imagine the isolation. Months, even years away from the Earth, from the familiar sights and sounds of our home planet. It's not just about being far away from loved ones, it's about being in a completely different world, with different rules and realities. Our minds would have to adapt to this new normal. Then there's the lack of natural environments. The moon is a barren, silent world, devoid of the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the gentle breezes we're used to. It's a world of gray dust and stark shadows, a world where the only sound is the echo of your own footsteps. How would our minds cope with this sensory deprivation? The constant danger, too, cannot be ignored. The ever-present threat of radiation exposure, equipment failure, or a sudden lunar quake. The knowledge that at any moment something could go wrong, and there would be no immediate help at hand. Potential solutions may lie in virtual reality to provide a semblance of earthly experiences. Indoor gardens could offer a touch of greenery and natural beauty. Frequent communication with Earth could help alleviate the feelings of isolation. As we continue to dream of lunar colonization, we must prepare ourselves for both the practical and psychological challenges that lie ahead. After all, the moon is a new frontier, and like all new frontiers, it won't be conquered easily.